Hey guys, it's SimQueen, and today I'm doing another speed build for the A to Z build challenge. I've been building a lot lately actually, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I feel like I'm just kind of breezing through this challenge, and I love being able to research all the different types of architecture and choosing one. I'm really having a lot of fun with it. I'm actually up to letter G. I just built for the letter G, and that build isn't even coming out till like June 25th, and I've still already gotten that far. So by the time this video comes out, which I'm pre-recording like 2 weeks ahead of time, but by the time this video comes out, I'll probably be somewhere in the middle of the alphabet. I've been doing a build every day, and it's been a lot of fun. So this one is for the letter F, and I did post on Twitter asking, I did a poll asking which build I should do for the letter F, and the options were the Family Guy house, just because I've always wanted to build it, and what were the other ones? Floridian house, and then the last one was a fraternity house. So I decided, Family Guy did win by 1%, I believe, and I decided not to do it. I did try though, actually. I did record the build, but it didn't work out. It didn't look like I don't know, it just wasn't good. It was very plain and very boring, and I wasn't that happy with it. And I didn't want to do a fraternity because I thought it would just be too big of a build and a lot of work. So I decided on a Floridian home, and I did Google this kind of architecture, and basically it's kind of like a Mediterranean vibe, I guess you could call it. The letter F was pretty tough. Like, this could easily be called a Spanish home or Mediterranean home, but for the letter F I had to get a little more creative. So I was going to do a garage here, but I ended up changing it. I don't like doing garages because they don't function. I especially don't like I don't mind the outside of a house looking like a garage, but the inside to actually have a garage space, I don't normally do that because it is a waste of space. You don't use it for anything. It doesn't function. Once we actually have cars, if we get them at all, which honestly I don't think we're gonna get cars. That's my honest opinion. I hope I'm wrong because I would love it, but I really just don't think we're gonna get them. But anyway, the only way I'd want to build garages is if we actually did have cars. There is a driveway though. I just thought that made it look a little more realistic. So yeah, for this home, I did use a picture on Google, of course, for inspiration. The whole entire outside of the house is a pretty exact replica of the picture that I found, and then the inside is sort of just my own design. Before I even built this house, I knew that I wanted to have a sunken-in living room, and so it was one of the first things I put into this house so I could build around it, sort of. And I love the way it looks, actually. The problem with sunken-in rooms is that there's an issue with the ceiling, and I don't know if that's something that's fixable or if it's just the way that it is, because you are technically, since you're removing the floor, it affects the ceiling somehow, and I kind of don't think there's a way to fix it, because I've seen other builders, like really good builders, that kind of know what they're doing in the game, and even they have issues with it. So I just thought, I'm not going to waste my time trying to fix this if there is no fix for it. If there is, feel free to download this house and fix it. I wish that I knew how to do that, but I thought to myself, like, if some of the best builders of this game don't know how to fix this issue, then I'm not going to figure it out. So unfortunately, when you do go in to take the screenshots, or you go into like the theater mode, is it called, or camera mode, you will see a little glitch with the ceiling above the sunken-in living room, but I did not include that in the screenshots. I took strategic angles and made sure not to include it, but it is there, unfortunately. The landscaping was also part of the picture that I copied pretty exactly, because I wanted it to look just right, and I wasn't totally sure what I was doing. This type of house isn't normally what I would do. It's a little difficult. I'm gonna be completely honest. This house, the outside of it, I'm not completely happy with it. I don't know what I could do differently to make it look better, to make it look more Mediterranean. One thing I did end up doing, which I don't think you even see me do, I changed the front door. I didn't like the brown because I thought nothing else is brown. It just doesn't look good. It needs to be white. And so I do change out the front door, and it's, I don't know which one I use, but I'm hoping that I'm consistent with all the screenshots and they're all of the newer white one. But other than that, yeah, I just wasn't loving it. I used the windows from the Get Damus pack. A lot of the other stuff is like, for the outside, is just base game. So it wasn't really like, I don't know, there wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't really supposed to be a difficult thing to do, but for some reason it turned into such a chore. And the back of the house is okay, not my favorite. Like, I do like the yard, or I can't even really call it a yard, but the patio is just like the roof and the color of the house to me is just not my favorite. So yeah, honestly, I'm not completely satisfied with the outside, but the inside I absolutely love. I think it's very homey. I haven't done this in a while, but I did come up with a bit of a story for the Sims that would be living here. And I came up with the story actually before I even did the build. Because I was thinking, like, what kind of people should I be doing for this sort of Florida home? And I was picturing like 2 people that were probably retired. That's what I was thinking. And have lived here either, I don't know, I was thinking maybe they could be, in Canada we call them snowbirds, like people that live in colder climates and they go to warmer places in the summertime or in the wintertime. But I was thinking like maybe they moved here to escape like a colder climate. So they're not just vacationing, they're actually living here. I didn't create these Sims, but I really do want to. I pictured them in my head. I can think of like all the details about them. So I was picturing an older married couple, no kids, at least none that live with them. If they do have kids, they are like back at home in, you know, Brindleton Bay or wherever they came from that has too much snow for them. And so, yeah, I'll kind of include what their little story is a little bit later, because we do see some of the rooms that I design with their personalities in mind. So this kitchen is a little odd, I know that. It's kind of weird, but I really love it. It's probably one of my favorite rooms in the build. I used a lot of the stuff from the Jungle Adventure pack. It just really suited the build, I thought. And it's just a really nice kitchen. I love the tile. I wish we had more tile options, like for backsplashes for kitchens. I do wish we had more because we're a little bit limited. But I think it's really cute. I didn't use like your regular typical island. I used a couple of tables pushed together. I don't think your Sims can actually sit there, I'm pretty sure. I didn't play or test it, but I'm quite confident you can't sit there. It's just for looks. But yeah, I think it's a really nice home, and I'm happy with how this kitchen area sort of turned out. I had to do a little, I don't know, I was in this build, I was thinking I wanted to do things a little bit differently. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I'm trying to be a little more diverse in my builds. There are a lot of builders I watch who are very predictable, and as much as I love their builds, I still watch them all the time. You know, they're kind of, I feel like some builders are stuck in a rut of building the same thing a lot. And so I'm really trying to stay away from that and try to be a little more diverse. And that's why I love the A to Z build challenge. It's just, it kind of helps you to get out of your comfort zone and try different architectural designs and interior designs and all sorts of things. So I'm really enjoying this. So this little area here is the dining room, and then the sunken in living room, which I really love. It just came together really nicely, and I'm happy with how it looks. And yeah, I kind of want to do sunken in living rooms a little more often, or even like, I guess for me, I think sunken in living rooms are like the only, probably wouldn't do like a sunken in kitchen, I don't think. I'm trying to think of, no, that would look weird. That would look weird. Everything has to be quite short. That's what I figured out. I was going to put like a stereo on the other side, but up against the wall it looks funny. Like if you were walking by it, you could easily kick it over. So I feel like for sunken in rooms, everything has to be quite short for it to work. If it's against the wall, that is. Also, I love that rug there. I did look at a whole bunch of different options, but I settled on that one. I thought it looked really nice. I was going for a bit of a Mediterranean theme, but not overly, I guess. And then here I just did like a really big painting. I don't know, we're so limited with artwork. I wish we had more options. I tried a whole bunch of different things and was looking at different ideas for that wall there. And I did end up just putting a really big piece of artwork that I sized up, and it takes up pretty much the whole wall. So I don't know if that was a hit or a miss. I can't really tell. I sort of like it, but I think it would look just fine if it was the regular size as well. So here I'm trying to put in a stereo, but then I thought like it just looks silly because it's taller than the wall, and that's not what you want. At the front here I did put a little closet. I haven't been doing a lot of closets, or I have been doing, a lot of closets lately. I haven't really used them that much in the past, but I don't know, lately I've been kind of feeling it. It adds a lot of realism, I think. So that's just sort of like a front closet. And then I think I did put one in the bedroom as well. And then there's a little computer area here. I haven't done like the computer on the island in a while, so I thought I would do that. And yeah, I think it looks kind of nice. I struggle with artwork a lot. Like, I'm trying not to use the same things all the time, but it's hard when we don't have much. I do hope that whatever pack we get next, we get some more options for home design, because it's kind of getting to be a little boring. So this is the master bedroom here. There are 3 bedrooms in this house, but only one of them is being used as an actual bedroom. We'll get on to the other ones in a second here. So yeah, this is the master bedroom. Put in a closet there, just some very basic things. Not a very exciting bedroom at all. I do love all the tile in this house though. It gives it that Mediterranean vibe. So on to the story about the Sims living here. I pictured the husband to be maybe a retired cop, and now he loves to play poker. So the one room, there are 2 bedrooms, there are 2 extra rooms. Him and his wife each get their own room for like their hobbies. So his hobby is poker. So I did put like a card table in his room, and a couple of other like man cave type things, like a trophy case, and we're gonna be getting onto that room pretty soon. Just a few little weird things like that. And I think I also put a couple of funny items like a duffel bag full of cash, or maybe it's a briefcase full of cash. And then also you'll see me place down a bat against the wall. That is just, you know, in case some of his competitors, you know, need some straightening out, I guess. He's pretty tough. He also has like a bowling trophy. He's into sports and things like that. So there's the bat that I placed. I think that he's a little bit shady in his poker games than he should be, and he takes it pretty seriously. And then his lovely wife has this extra bedroom here. I pictured her name being Nancy. I didn't have a name for him, but she's a Nancy through and through. She is a shopaholic. She's addicted to shopping, mostly for like clothes and shoes and that type of thing. So I filled this entire room with like shelves and clothing and boxes. And there's like, she doesn't even wear everything that she buys. She doesn't even open everything she buys. You'll see a whole bunch of boxes in here that are like still wrapped from when she bought them, and they're just all over the place. Like, so much clutter. She is just obsessed with shopping. She's got a real problem. It's a good thing her husband makes such good money at poker, because she loves to spend it. And she may or may not pay for all these items. She might be a bit of a klepto. And yeah, there's just like all these gift bags everywhere, and I don't know. I just thought that was a really funny idea for the woman living here. So Nancy's got a few skeletons in her closet. And then back to the living room, I was thinking like, what else can I put here? I end up just putting a little computer, or no, not a computer, a desk with a lamp on it. Nothing too exciting. Oh, I took it away. I forgot that I did that. That's better. That's better. I actually got rid of that and just put in an extra set of stairs there. It just worked better to use that space for a walkway instead of having to clutter it up. And I did put a plant there as well. And I think that's pretty much it for the inside. For the backyard, I did, I think I put down a bar, a barbecue, a couple of loungers, and just a few things to sort of, we're kind of at a pause right now, but just a few things to sort of fill up this back patio area. And then of course there's steps leading down to the pool as well. And I think I put a fountain in the pool, which looks really nice. And I think that's pretty much it. I didn't do much for plants. Like, there's a few placed around the patio, but not too many. I don't think Nancy would really be into gardening or anything like that. It has nothing to do with shopping, so why would she want to do that? So there's the loungers there with a plant behind them. And I think that is pretty much it for this whole back area. I'm kind of, don't exactly remember what I did here. I put a couple of pool ladders, and then I was going to put this like patio table and chairs, but I think I took it away because it was just looking a little too cluttered. They could just eat at the bar there. They could just sit there and eat. And that is pretty much it. Just adding some more landscaping to the back, some more palm trees. But that is pretty much it, I think, for the Floridian home. Now just doing some more terrain paint too. I'm learning that terrain paint makes such a big difference in builds. And then fixing the outside, I wasn't sure. Just basically finagling and trying to make it look a little bit better, because I wasn't totally happy with the outside, unfortunately, but the inside I think is really good. So I'm super happy with it. If you enjoyed this speed build, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below and let me know what you think. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for watching.